Okay, here we go again. Gonna try it, gonna try for a second video, second commentary. I'm going for what I feel like is a very similar movie, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which, is kind of rude because they do have a woman in the league. It definitely references. I didn't even think about this before I was going to start this video. Definitely references something like Freemasonry or a fraternal order. But you may say, "Oh, wow, it doesn't really," but it does because they actually show the symbol, the compass and square. There's a lot of meanings for that. Depends what level you are, to what degree, but um, yeah, they show that off, but it hints towards it. And then there's 32 chapters on the Blu-ray, but there's a 33rd. They only tell you about 32, and then we could say the 33rd chapter is honorary, and it's an after chapter. It's not even a chapter of the movie. I don't even think it's a chapter of the credits. It's like an after chapter. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's an advertisement for something. But in case it doesn't play at the end of the movie, I am going to find it and play it and talk about it. But I'm pretty sure it just plays after the 32nd chapter, which is credits. If you don't know, Freemasonry has 32 degrees, Scottish Rite. I think in New York Rite too. But then there's an honorary 33rd. So I'm not trying to be, political about it or realistic too much about it. I'm just saying this movie obviously is weighing, trying to get that point across without saying, "Hey, this is about Freemasonry," But don't think of it like that, because it's not like it goes deep into that. It's a fun action movie, but it is based on that, and there are hints at that. That's all. So this is probably, pretty sure, Sean Connery's last big movie, especially one that people know or talk about. It I don't know if it bombed. I'll look that up here in a bit, maybe, if I remember. But I would say it got low reviews critically, and it was probably seen as cheesy, just like Van Helsing. I'd say this movie is a little bit cheesier, but that's okay. In my viewpoint, I think it's a fun movie, really fun movie, especially for those 2000s, early 2000s. Let's grab the Blu-ray case. Anyway, it reminds me of, Van Helsing type of movie. So we got Sean Connery. That's the only name on the front of the Blu-ray. From the director of Blade. I love that movie. The first one's definitely the best. Beyond high definition. That's weird. I'm pretty sure it's just in HD. Yeah, the Phantom threatens to launch global Armageddon. I wonder if that's redundant. I'm not sure. Well, no, it's not really selling anybody else. So let's look down here. Sean Connery as the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Shane West, Stuart Townsend, Peter Wilson, and Jason Fleming. I'm gonna say Fleming is he reminds me of Kano, but he's the Invisible Man. Peter Wilson is the Vampire Lady. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's a vampire. Stuart Townsend. Yet to be determined. Shane West, I'm going to say, is like the kid, like the newcomer with the rifle. Spoiler. That's some of those are guesses. Music by Trevor Jones. All right, so that's going to be it from that. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to time it up together. I'm going to say, let's watch it together. and then let's press play. Hopefully you have your video ready, as that's to be expected. And for the next hour and 50 minutes, keep your mouth shut. So, let's watch it together. I was joking about that. You can talk all you want. No problem. Hope that's not too loud. I get flagged for that. I don't think it is. Maybe if I talk over it, it won't matter. So we've got the logo for the corporation who funded this movie. Oh, look at that. What is that? Kind of James Gunn. Don't tell me he did this. No, I already said the name of who did it, didn't I? No, I didn't. Who did this? Don Murphy. Yeah, they try to explain his character here. Let's look up Don Murphy, see what else he did. Or did afterwards, or is doing. Don Murphy. Oh yeah, there's some stuff going on here. We've got Transformers, Rise of the whatever. While she was out, Shoot 'em Up. Apt Pupil. That's probably what he got big on. I'm just going to guess that. I've never seen it, but that's just what I'm going to guess. Oh, Natural Born Killers. Alright, never mind. Double Dragon? I'm going to have to watch that again. I don't know if it's bad enough. I'm rewatching the Mario Brothers movie, which sadly I think they're going to try to reboot. That old one, I enjoy it as a movie. As a Mario Brothers movie, maybe not so much. But I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. But I enjoyed it as a movie, for sure. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, Hair Shirt? I've never heard of that one. Hair Shirt. Huh. It's got, looks like Nev Campbell. Whoa, some low ratings there. Yeah, Nev Campbell, Dean Paris-Gavalapapa, Rebecca Gayhart, Dax Shepard, Adam Scott, Katie Wright, Nate Tuck. Anyway, back to Extraordinary Gentlemen. I mean, this movie's got everything. I said that about Van Helsing. I think this is a very similar movie without obviously being like, oh, producer Sean Connery. There we go. Produced by Don Murphy, and I thought it was directed by Don Murphy too, so maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, it's really got everything. It doesn't have to go too sexy anywhere, or at least it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't. Maybe couldn't use a little bit of, I don't know, enticement somewhere. I mean, it's very much a dude movie. It's called Leave Extraordinary Gentlemen, and there's a woman in the group, and they don't even acknowledge that. Like, and she's behind Sean Connery on the front of the Blu-ray as much as New Blood is, whatever his name is. Look, it's the same time as Van Helsing, right around the same time. It's got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll, which, I mean, that probably makes sense then. And they were made around the same time. I mean, this was, when was this? 2003? Well, that's what the Blu-ray says. So, probably 2004. And May came out the same year as Van Helsing. And then, yeah, Underworld was 2003. So, which, I mean, that movie's different. I'd like to do that one too, do a commentary on Underworld, but I have to say I certainly don't like the Underworld movies as much as I like these movies. These are all around fun, enjoyable movies, I think. If you're not looking for something incredibly intellectual, if you're looking for fun, I think it's right here. Now that's subjective, but generally, it's movie fun. I mean, it is. It's like a movie, So you're not getting anything new here. Well, I mean, that's not for me to say, I guess. But, and I really enjoy it, so I mean, I definitely got something. I'm just saying, maybe not something that you've never heard. Maybe it's stuff you've heard before, but I feel like it's done well. I mean, I'm not trying to act like this is a masterpiece. I like Wild Wild West also. I just got reminded of that here. That's gonna be what. And it reminds me of Bad Boys, because Will Smith. I love Bad Boys, and Bad Boys 2 is just hilarious. But I have to say, it's most likely because I love Martin Lawrence. I think he's great. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch Bad Boys 2 together for sure. I'd rather do these live, like a live stream. I'll have to figure out how to do that. I just thought of this basically today and downloaded some programs to help do it. I've got Audacity and NCH Suite. And that directly uploads to YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's what I did. So, oh yeah, they're fooling them. Oh, this relates to yeah, this scene, this right here relates to Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Look over, this is the lovely room of death. I still don't know if him riding that ostrich is real. Comment below. Did Jim Carrey ride an ostrich legitimately? And if not, then tell me why. I'm gonna assume not, but it really looks like he did. Like it just really flawless. That's that. When was that? That couldn't have been 97. I want to say that was more 96. Yeah, 95. When Nature Calls, 95. Okay. Pet Detective was 94? I thought that was a little bit earlier. Oh, there goes my phone again. Both great movies. Always an advocate for watching those two movies. And Sean Connery, he can be great. I mean, another stage actor type. Always, what do you say? Always an inflection somewhere, always a cadence or something, or a noticeable one. Like, he's very dramatic. He's got emotion to him, it's fun. Indiana Jones, gonna relate this whole movie to Indiana Jones, I'm sure, somehow. Obviously with him, but I mean, that doesn't directly relate to two movies. But Van Helsing, obviously, had the music from it, had Industrial Light and Magic, had some other things that I noted watching that in the commentary. Definitely check that one out. Yeah, totally yell your name out when you're doing stuff. Holy water! Yeah, always ready for a quip. He's got that James Bond pose already ready. Like, all this he's done before. He knows what's up. Yeah, I guess we were supposed to get that joke. What? Was that a hollow metal pillar? Oh! So many cuts. What is going on here? Oh my goodness, not the ginger root. What is that? Nice. Oh yeah, Stone Cold. Stone Cold's gonna be one. That's gonna be. We're gonna have to watch that together. I mean, it's up there. It's beyond these two. I love Van Helsing. I love League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I have good memories of them. I think they're fun movies. For me, they still stand the test of time as far as not being as bad as movies today, or reboot, you know. But Stone Cold, but that's got 10 years on either of these movies. Like, oh man, such a great movie. Such a phenomenal movie. That's got other stuff though. That's got nudity and a bunch of stuff. Hopefully I just... Oh, I guess we're not actually watching on here, so I can show whatever I want. So, yeah, we'll have to do Stone Cold. Yeah. Some good ADR there. Oh! He's eating the candies. What? That fast? He's just faking it. Nope, he's faking it. Get it? He didn't even chew it up yet. There's no way anything would kill you that fast like that. That's like a pill. That's not possible. I mean, it has to go through your system, whether it's your blood, your stomach, your whatever, even your skin. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that can get you pretty quick, paralyze you pretty quick, but that seemed extremely fast for chewing up a pill, and then it's gonna have to do something, you know, to you. Like, it didn't even get down to his belly. I guarantee it. Oh, okay. So okay, he died. He already died. Obviously, spoiler, that comes in later, but that's a part I didn't remember. I didn't remember it saying Quartermain. A lot of times I'm listening to movies, doing other stuff. So like I say, I've watched it a billion, or a half billion times. I've listened to it, you know, a billion times. It's a real classy saying. That's going to be the saying I say all the time. I'm going to mess it up every time, too. They look kind of papery, those buildings, but it's kind of cool, you know, to think that's all fake. Oh, what a reference. Oh, sorry, I had to get that out. Yeah, so obviously Sean Connery with the, we could say like a Scottish voice. I mean, what is he, British, or is he very Scottish? I'm looking it up. But anyway, I'm just going back to the Masonic connection. I wasn't looking. I think the symbol was on those doors. Yeah, you can see there the compass and squares. Pretty obvious. Yeah, Scottish. He's definitely like 100% Scottish. I was just making sure. I just didn't want to sound stupid. I mean, it definitely seemed like it. Yeah, it reminds him of the James Bond movies, huh? Which those, I mean, James Bond was written by Fleming, but it was truly about somebody else that used to be, might have even tried to start might have started the British intelligence. Okay, who started the British intelligence? Okay, so no, that's not right. Who's James Bond based on? He was an occultist. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, they act like it's on this guy. I can't remember his name. Wasn't Crowley. I can't remember. Yes, one of you might remember. This says Crowley, who was thought to inspire Fleming's. Yeah. Drew from inspiration, more than one secret agent. I'm not going to get down to it. John Dee. Oh my goodness, thank you. John Dee. So if you look up John Dee, there's a lot of relations to British intelligence, to occultism, and to James Bond. Anyway, sorry. From the picture. I know from the picture behind you. Finally found my Charlemagne. Oh, that was really good. Oh, but maybe it's a person in a green suit, I guess, pushing them around, so it was actual, practical. Yeah, for sure. Because that's real. I would say the jacket's 100%. Yeah, for sure. Well done. I mean, it looks great. I mean, there's something going on, obviously, because they have to do all that stuff anyway to make it, to make it work. But, and then of course that looks really bad with the cream on the face. Good enough. Now it looks better. I mean, this was not the pinnacle, but this was the end of great CGI for average, run, most movies, like, with some exceptions. I mean, of course, something like Avatar looked alright, or, oh man, Final Fantasy, whenever that came out, that CG was great, of course. But as far as in movies, trying to look real, using humans and CG together, this was the time for that right here. 2000 to like 2004. 2000 to 2004. He calls it that. He named automobiles D-bomb. The Crimshaw. Oh geez, we got all these references. I feel like I've still got this louder. Like I said, hopefully I don't get like flagged for it. Alright, enter him. Yep. Sorry. Yep, had to take care of something there. Anyway, he's talking down to this woman. Because this is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Get it? Freemasonry, just another thing. Loyal Order of the Buffalo, you know. Water buffalo. The 43rd Annual Convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibampa Temple of the Shrine. That was close enough. That was a great Ray Stevens song. All these references. We just got all these names. And no, Jack the Ripper doesn't live here. This guy does. Oh. There's a great 2D6 song that references Dorian Gray. I guess you'd have to hear it, really. 2D6 is a reference to D&D, you know, two six-sided die. But they're a nerdcore group from Central Ohio that never made it big, and they are like the greatest. Just so funny and so awesome, and the songs they use, you know, for the background and the beats and stuff is just awesome. 2D6. They're great. That is cool. I wonder what they did. I mean, to film that, they probably had to film everything twice. Not have them in it and have them in it, or have the green, you know, the green in it. But because the back of his makeup looks CG, but the front of his makeup looks good, you know. So I think it's how you had to do it. It's not like you'd actually see the back of his makeup if he had a green suit on. So you'd have to CG the back of the makeup on the front of his face, and then the front of his face makeup could be real, could be practical. So that's just a guess. And I don't know that guy, but I like his character. I mean, I like him. I don't have anything against him. But let's see who played him. It's a lot to type with one hand. League of Legends. Excuse me. Oh, let's see what it got here. It got a 5 point. Where'd it go? I can't see now. Oh, overview. Yeah, 5.8 IMD, 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. They're just haters. 78% Google users, of course. Google users is always much higher because I think people that like the movie just tend to leave a Google review because the numbers are always way higher, or at least on a decent movie. This is definitely a decent movie. It's an action fantasy. What do you expect? It's going to be a little crazy. I know this may sound crazy, but it's a good movie. Alright. Sean Connery, Stuart Townsend was Dorian Gray. Okay. Alan Moore, Shane West, Peter Wilson, Nasiruddin Shaw is Captain Nemo. I'm sure I butchered the name. Indian film and stage actor and director in Hindi language film industry. He is notable in Indian parallel cinema. He has also starred in international productions such as The Dirty Picture, A Wednesday, and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and then a bunch of other ones after that. Masoom, Mora. You remember Mora from 1994? Mora, the Hindi blockbuster film. Mora. So this guy, right? Unnecessary. He shot both of them? Oh, smart. Except for that makeup doesn't really work like that. It would probably run off of your makeup. I don't know what they used back then in 1893 or whenever this is, but... I thought he was only good with rifles. Shows what I know. Oh yeah, and the new blood. Here comes the new fish. I'm not supposed to be here. Oh, Shawshank. That's a really good movie. I mean, I imagine the movies that I'm trying to do videos on here. I imagine there's got to be other people who just love these movies or think they're easily watchable, or they're like comfort movies, or just, I don't know. They've just got it where it is. I mean, Shawshank Redemption is totally different from either of these movies, but it's got it where it is, whatever that means. It's got it. And this isn't going to be viewed by intellectuals as a great movie. Maybe not even of action people is this going to be viewed as a great movie. I think it's doing great. It ain't Bruce Lee. I mean, it's not crazy choreographed stuff is what I'm saying. Or it's not Phantom Menace, compared to New Hope type choreography. But it's good enough, and the cuts are right, and the fight scenes are all right, and the action, and even that. I mean, that guy just got shot up, but at the same time he didn't die, and they're displaying his power. I mean, there's a lot being said all the time, and it's action oriented, so it's crazy. It's almost like a Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear. There's a lot to be said going on in everything, in the actions, in the viewing, maybe even in the sounds, ripping off the Speed soundtrack. Well, I don't know if he's to blame for that. But... What was he doing? Was it fake hair? Was he remembering when he had hair? I don't know the joke there. Or is his hair invisible because he doesn't have makeup on it? Oh, what? He actually has hair? I never copped that at all. I never did I think he had hair and just doesn't have makeup on it. That's crazy. I would think it would show somehow, like I guess it's not possible for us to envision that. Someone with hair, but the hair is totally invisible, what their head would look like. If you'd see like all the little pores or where the hair follicles go in, kind of, you know. Because he looks like he's shaved bald, completely bald. Ah, but she's not a gentleman. No, she's not a boy. What else was she in? What's her name? Peter Wilson? Australian. Oh my goodness, no. She was La Femme Nikita? Well, there you go. I can't say I watched too many episodes at the time, but I tried to watch it after the fact and just never got to it. Superman Returns, 2006. Vanishing Point, wow. Well, nothing of notable success. I mean, other than La Femme Nikita in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah. Malibu Shark Attack. Naked Jane. So, I mean, that could be a good movie. I just said it like that. Why do you think she's here, dude? She's a vampire. She's a damn peel. Understood? You get that? Yeah, we know. Why do you think you're here? You think you're here because you're a woman in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? I guarantee your husband was somebody. This is Freemasonry, hun. Just saying. That ain't a personal belief. That's just a fact. I mean, I think they're trying to make that point. It's like, yeah, she's a woman. She ain't really part of the group. We just let her stay. She's just a Eastern Star, rainbow girl. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, this sub ridiculous. Well, duh. Submarine, not a marine. Which is crazy, right? The Marines, you would think would be the Navy, right? Isn't that weird? But Navy, like naval, like birth, like how a woman gives birth, or how you birth a ship, right? All these terms come together. Or like a bank. You go to the bank, maybe you liquidate your funds or liquidate something, or you have the currency, right? Water current, currency, money, mon-eye, like one eye. Words mean stuff, depends who you are, I guess. Yeah, mon eye, one eye. There's one eye on the dollar bill, just saying it's mon eye. He didn't do it with one bullet. Oh, okay. He made him turn with a bullet. I get it. They're not trying to kill him. Old top hat. So yeah, in relation to the last movie, Van Helsing, that I did a commentary for video. We've got a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde character here, which I'll say he looks I don't know, he looks a little cheesier, but he looks real. Like in some instances, he looks completely real. Like right there, he's looking cheesy in how he moves, but he looks completely real. I mean, I would swear that's practical effects. A lot of that. Not that big fall right there, but yeah, I'd say it's a dude in a suit half the time, and that's CG half the time. I don't know if he moves like a giant guy would move, but he moves like a human would move in a giant guy suit, you know, sometimes. So makes it look real. It's just like older movies or like Princess Bride. I mean, that's not an ancient movie or anything like that. It I mean, not to be literal with the word ancient, but it's not an older movie. But those ROUSs that he doesn't believe they exist, like that small person in that rat outfit is creepy. Is real creepy. Like nightmare fuel, Pee Wee Herman eating egg salad sandwiches with what's her name, like, you know, type of childhood memory type thing. Like weird, real weird. Yeah, I related those two things.
You've done terrible things in England. So terrible that you fled the country.
It looks good. You know, just like Van Helsing, they're doing real people. They're doing CG faces with the real people's features, along with real people's faces separately sometimes. And then they're doing CG bodies. They're also doing real bodies. I mean, it's a lot of effort. I can't even tell you if his body is like real right now. I just would say it is, and I don't think it is. I mean, it's just really good. It's gotta be. His face definitely is. I'd say the body is right now. It's like a fat suit. Yeah. It's just crazy to think, even in 2003, 2004, still doing practical, heavy makeup and prosthetic effects. I mean, for multiple scenes, not just like one, you know, one thing or something, especially, but it just looks so much better. Even if it can be cheesy sometimes, it still looks better. A practical effect will always look better, I think. That's like something like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. I don't think that'll ever be good as a movie. I don't think so. I think it's good as a story. I think it's good as a cartoon. I think that's cartoons in general. If you try to take like Mighty Max, I don't think that's going to be a good movie. I mean, obviously, Hollywood's not going to do it right. But it's also, there's some things you can't do practically, you know. Give me a second. There's some things you just can't do practically that are going to look good, you know. It's just going to take me out of it. You know, so if you have to take me out of it to do it, I would say don't do it. You know, make it all a cartoon, make it all CGI, or make it no CGI. That's just me. I mean, or if you can make it blend well enough, then that's fine. You know, Beowulf. Oh man, that's a really good movie. Um, and the CG is just great in it. I think it's a lot of mocap tracking type stuff, but it looks really great. Textures are great, lighting's great, whatever you want to say. Animations are pretty great, other than some jumping, which is always the case. It's where it's noticed more, is the jumping. So must be a weight thing. Sorry, I was texting my buddy back. I was telling him about the Van Helsing commentary, and he was looking for a way to watch it. He doesn't own a copy. You can always rent one. Yeah, this boat is just immense. Put those statues on the back. I feel like they would get bent or broken at some point. Wear down. You have them in like a brand new looking coffee table book. Booklet. Like, what's he got there? Is that just electric? Is that LEDs? What is that? Is that same thing in this movie? Certain people, or the Masons, or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, have this high-end technology before it was wide. He's got a phonograph there. He's got electricity throughout here, and we're not talking like old-timey looking electricity. We're talking new-timey electricity. Those bright white light bulbs, like, everywhere. And what's running that? Nuclear? Is it new and clear? Right? Doesn't that make sense? Makes an area have to be new once it's cleared. A lot of wordplay. Not really. I just, I was just talking. No, like a partner? You use some tigers, eh? Yeah, so I think this boat model took more than one person, unlike Van Helsing. Oh, takes 3 people to drive it. Oh man, what's that? Gunpowder? A load of gunpowder? Like, was that supposed to be in reference to the Invisible Man? Like he was doing stuff, knocking books over too? This, once again, Sean Connery on top of a submarine while it's above the water. Didn't he do that? Maybe he didn't do that in Red October, Hunt for Red October. That was an alright movie. People probably call it a dad movie,
2 years ago,
submarine movie.
with a mission for Queen and country. That sounds like the morning ride to work for you. I signed on without hesitation.
Wow. Doesn't that just look great? I wonder if that's...
I'm ready.
I mean, I know it's real, but I wonder if it's legit behind them. Like if they went to an ocean and filmed it. Because that looks really good. And doesn't look green screen.
After that, I washed my hands of
Or blue screen or
the empire,
any screen.
the legend.
Zorro. There was a show, I think it was a mini-series called Scarecrow or Dr. Sin. It was an old Disney series.
Fire enough bullets and hope to hit the target.
It was pretty interesting series. I remember watching it on beta. We must have had it taped on beta.
At 900
And then got the DVD later on. Yeah, it was crazy. It was based on a story that wasn't very American, but the show was very Americanized. But I think it was based off of something
allow for wind target movement. Yeah, it's easy to.
maybe South American. I can't recall exactly.
Take your time with it.
But I'm gonna look it up.
All the time you need. All the time in the world. Take your too soon. But that was bloody close. And at 500 yards.
Dr. Sin Scarecrow based on little CG ball.
Did you teach your son to shoot like this?
Oh, he's gonna walk away after something like that, dude. You shouldn't have said that. Told you. Okay, Sin. Yeah, Dr. Sin, Mr. Mips, wearing a skull mask. The Scarecrow is determined to thwart the soldiers of an unjust king. The original Dr. Sin novels, written from 1915 to 1945, were loosely based on the exploits of actual 18th century smugglers known as the Hawkhurst Gang. Let's look up Hawkhurst Gang. Sorry, I've got some allergy issues, so gonna have to deal with that. Notorious criminal organization involved in smuggling throughout southeast England from 1735 until 1749. So okay, it was in England. It wasn't South America. It wasn't Africa or Australia. It was southeastern England. Oh, that's right. What is it? Goddess of Destruction? Is that what they were saying? Well, I mean, they say God and Goddess, but aren't they supposed to be neitherist? Thank you for explaining it. I thought you were making meth. I had no idea what was going on here. Looks like the nuclear stuff. What? I didn't catch it if that was supposed to be like sexual. He really said that like he meant it.
Recall a space on the wall of my home.
Nope.
Picture was missing.
Nope, never seen it.
Although the picture is my
And he's back there. That was going on already. I forgot to mention that. When people are was this giving out exposition or like their character, there's always someone else watching, you know. so everybody knows everybody's stuff. Like the thing is, it's funny now that I think about it. That's what you have to do in Freemasonry or in fraternities in general. Is talk about your inner secrets, your weird sexual things you've done, stuff like that. Especially in, say, like a Skull and Bones or like a Yale, fraternity. You have to lay in a coffin. You have to roll around with naked dudes as a dude, as supposedly a straight dude, or a gay dude. But either way, you're going to have to roll around naked with some dudes, end up in a coffin with Geronimo's skull or someone else's, and you're going to reveal your secrets, and then take an oath not to reveal the secrets of your fraternity or of your Freemasons or of your coven. The ceremony, not the whole ceremony, but a lot of what you say and do in the Freemasonry ceremony is extremely similar or exactly like what you would do in witchcraft or in common American witchcraft, especially, or what I would call like silver candlestick witchcraft, which is just reading from a book and acting like you know what you're doing and talking about. Yeah, there's. Well, that was a little meta. I mean, you don't know what's going on there sometimes. He's choking himself.
Must I take drastic steps? I am in control. I very much doubt it. Your talk is all well and good, sir.
But anyway, Freemasonry is akin to witchcraft in a general sense. Just saying, if you want to say, what's Freemasonry? Well, I don't know. You can compare it to witchcraft. You could also compare some Christian beliefs and activities also to witchcraft directly. But I'm talking about things like having an atame or a point at your chest when you're being inducted or brought in. I'm talking about saying things like "so mote it be" after praying or after saying certain things. Those are directly related between those two religions, Freemasonry and witchcraft. Anyway. Does he have a mullet? Oh my gosh. See? Someone's always listening. I mean, it's him again, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it moves the story along easier to have everyone listening. And then you're like, that could be you, the audience member. It's like, oh, he's learning with us. We're learning about the characters together. I think it's a sense of that, really. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I thought it went down. That's what, to show you that it's just tiny enough to fit through the canals. Like, he was smart enough to make it fit through the canals. But then wouldn't it be a lot smaller than it looks on the inside? They don't notice this giant sub, though. What is that? Is that the secret technology from Red October? What is that, the Cricket drive? What is that called? It can't be called that. What was it called? Caterpillar drive. Yeah, but that seems like a Caterpillar drive. Ah, Masquerade Ball, of course. Van Helsing, all over again. That's what I'm saying. A lot of similarities. Oh my goodness, dude. We said 18 feet, and that was it. Yeah, halt the caterpillar drive. Oh, what? He has to jump out? Why is that? That's pretty sweet. Those outfits are awesome. Wow. They spent a lot of time on them for me not remembering those. Like, they barely show them. That's insane. Those were so awesome. That's a little crowded. Especially for a nose like that. What was that, a Tengu? Basically. Yeah. Donkey Kong style. What? He didn't say that there. Oh, he immediately understood that. Oh, some more good ADR right there. What? Then what good are you? Oh, he loves that line. Look at him. Another reveler. Oh, he's ridiculous. Untrustworthy. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Snipers? Those are just guys with submachine guns and or assault rifles. She's so worried about him. Seriously, shoot like an American, brah. Look at that. What? You just hold on to it. That was fun, though. The boy, I mean, Sean Connery had to rely on the boy, you know. That was a crazy close-up shot. Yeah, we got it. Why would you ask twice? Like, seriously, keep driving. Vampire ladies got us covered. That was so cheesy. But that looks great. She looks awesome. All these bats look cool. I mean, she's really overpowered here. It's all quick. It's just quick cuts, barely showing her face and stuff. He is determined. It's still going on. You still gotta stop it. Burn. That didn't look terrible. I mean, This guy.
Remember the flare. I'm off.
What?
Don't forget.
Yeah, thank you. What? He can't jump out of the vehicle. He's a normal human being. It's only if he dies he can be brought back to health. It's not like he can jump out of a moving car. Okay, so maybe I see the difference there. So the guy before, when he first comes in, he has a super scarred face and he has a mask on. Then you find out, spoiler, that it's actually someone else. The guy with the mask. But I don't know if there ever was a real guy with the mask or if it was always in a ploy. What? When he's in the air? It's crazy. Yeah. What were they thinking? We're halfway in. A little over halfway in. Independence Day, right there. That's another easy watch. I mean, that's even more, I would say, more cheesy than these movies possibly, but still, it's got like everything, almost everything. And the ending with what's his name, that he said he got abducted by aliens, and then the guys were asking him if he got anally probed. And then at the end of the movie, he anally probed the giant ship, which I never realized, before the last few times watching it, that he did it back to the aliens. Like, you'll have to see what I mean if you've never seen it or just rewatch it. Independence Day, towards the end, what's his name? Sorry, it's gonna take me a second. What? They put Jeff Goldblum before Will Smith on acting for that movie? Bill Pullman, Vivica A. Fox, Margaret Collin, Mary McDonnell, Robert Loggia, Judd Hirsch, Randy Quaid. Thanks. Randy Quaid is who it is. He gets the aliens back in the same way. Oh, James Rebhorn. A guy I love to hate. What else did he play in? I bet you love to hate him too. Scent of a Woman, The Game, Blank Check, An American Affair, My Cousin Vinny, Independence Day, 8 Seconds, Talented Mr. Ripley, Carlita's Way, Meet the Parents. I mean, he's in a lot of stuff. How to Eat Fried Worms, Pluto Nash. Oh my goodness. Always a side character. I don't know if he's ever been a main, so. Oh my goodness, he figured it out. I gotta take 2 minutes. Keep watching it. Don't stop watching it. Alright, I'm back. Oh, that's right. That guy dies. Oh, my goodness.
What is it? The sound of treachery.
Oh yeah, the escape pod. I really like this graphic. Not of that necessarily. When you're looking in the glass at him, it looks very, I don't know, like very cool. Kind of like a CRT, but like you're viewing in through this very thick glass is what they're going for, I would say. Right here. It's coming up. Right there. Like that is so cool. Like it's so crazy looking.
I intend to catch it.
It's like so weird. It's like that's a video screen, but it's not. I think they're going for the extremely thick glass that's protecting him, but he can see through. Barely. How is he seeing out of that thing? Like, no way. And why wouldn't he just get away as a vampire? Like, that's absurd. Well, I don't know if he's technically a vampire. Is Dorian Gray a vampire?
That is us. That is the Northwood. We will be upon them soon.
He literally cannot become a vampire. Dorian Gray is an immortal bound to a painting. That is all. His sins are becoming manifest and taking on a life of their own within the painting. For a well-made and decent, though it entirely faithful film adaptation, check out the 2009 version starring Barry and blah 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 blah.
The noise came from this.
It's ridiculous to read some of this stuff, but no, he's not a vampire. So anyway, he's got powers. He should have got away differently, I would think. This is a fun scene. Black and white, of course.
Every step leading up to this character. And I've been true to the girl's set. Yes, it's me, Dorian.
Oh, that's I knew it was you. I saw you in the background of my thoughts because right now they're not seeing any of that. They're replaying it for us, so we know who it is because we're dumb. We're a dumb audience, and they're really showing us here. Yes, it's me, Dorian Gray, the person who's not a vampire and the one who betrayed you. Like the exposition is quite direct. I don't even know if that's exposition. This is explanation. It's like Sean Connery's used to it. It's like, I'm the villain. I'm going to explain my whole plot, and I'm not going to kill you right now with a bullet in the brain. I'm going to let you try to get out of this trap I've got you in. Yeah, it's very much. She did not like that. How many copies do they make of that? I mean, if it's an LP, it's got to be limited, right? Well, that's everything. He's pretty smart.
I get my war. If you succeed, well, it's a small price to pay for Gray to go about his task. War will come, sooner or later.
So, I mean, either that's what I miss every time, or I just don't understand it. Was there a guy with a rotten face with a mask over it? Or was it just that guy kind of playing that character? What? And it just happens to affect. I thought the noise was to affect the hide dog. I didn't. I mean, obviously it's to do these bombs here too, but reminds me of the Hulk. They kind of set off the Hulk in one of the Avengers movies. He's like sitting in there, and I think Loki or somebody kind of sets him off. That looked good and bad. The water, I mean, ended up looking pretty fake. It would have been nice to have some real water. I can't rewind it and just look. I don't want to do that. We're all watching it together, but I think that water looked pretty fake. Yeah. Another thing, like, what's the other one? Hunt for Red October and Crimson Tide. I'm so stupid. Crimson Tide. Yeah, anyway, they have to shut the hall. They don't want to shut the hall. People are down there, you know. Also has to do with the submarine movie connected to the Hunt for Red October, kind of. Oh, that's a different cover. I've never seen that one for October. What else they got here? Down Periscope. Hostile Waters. Can't say I know that. Korea's first nuclear submarine armed with nuclear weapons and a crew with no record of existence. Hostile Waters. Down Periscope. I want to say I've watched that once. Huh. Military comedy. Yeah, like I said, I mean, that looks alright. It actually looks really good. That looks pretty real. This movie got really bad reviews, like, and that I think that looks great. I mean, for some of the CG alone, it actually looks pretty good. It's just like, it's so good. He's smiling and stuff, like it really tries to go somewhere, you know, and I think it got lost on a lot of people. Yes, those tables are very much of a certain design, along with the non-archways.
Well, we were the faster, but now we're the tortoise to his hair. So we're done. No.
No, it means just sit around until he comes to the finish line and you're just waiting.
Getting a signal? What's it say? Hello, my freaky darling. Scared? Hiding on board.
Alright, well, I'm gonna see when Morse code was invented.
On way to base. East by northeast.
I mean, or at least claimed. So we all know people just rip off stuff. 1838. Alright, we're good then. Samuel F.B. Morse developed an electric telegraph, 1832 to 1835, and then invented with his friend Alfred Vail the Morse code, 1838. The latter is a system for representing letters of the alphabet, numerals, and punctuation marks by arranging dots, dashes, and spaces. Yep. what else do you call that? I mean, a code. Absolutely a code. Yeah, named it after himself, so why not? That is weird. What? That was them and this is us? Is that what those two markers were there? It's Caterpillar Drive. Pole star. That's what that's called. People call it a compass. The star in the middle is called a pole star, or what we would call the North Star, even though the North Star hasn't been the same star for what we refer to as the North Star. But yeah, pole star, that's another thing to do, not solely to do with Masons, but they certainly try to use symbols like that and claim it as their own. Yeah. Oh, there they are. That's to show that's where they are. Okay. I mean, they were out on the plains, but looks nice and warm. Where are they at? Is that the North Pole? I can see that being a thing. Looking it up where the base is. Oh my goodness. And pursued their enemies to Mongolia, where the Phantom maintained a hidden fortress. Okay, Mongolia. Here's a Mongolian tiger, as we all know them. Is Siberia near to Mongolia? I mean, they both have ears. Yeah, right next to it, right? I mean, basically. Siberian plain, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Moscow, China. Okay, yeah. There we go. You got all that soap all over them. What? That was kind of fish-eyed. That's where they make the lava. Oh my, what? That's humongous. Oh, shut up. Why? There's not that many. That is just ridiculous. I've seen this plenty of times, and that still looks ridiculous every time I see it. I don't know, I'd say that's about exactly half. So everybody can have vampires.
Someone needs to blow that place to hell, and I am least likely to be seen. I didn't know that you were such a bare-faced liar. All that time pretending that you weren't a hero? Shut up or I'll come to my senses. Or besides, any more like me, and I'll lose the franchise. There's gonna be a hunk to death.
When was franchise a term?
Not great. This is not enough. Oh, I'll handle hell. Go. You and I will free the prisoners.
1851. All right. Well, they're still good. Oh, I didn't read on further. I mean, I just assumed that was correct. Method of downstream distribution is known today as traditional product or trademark franchising. In the United States, many histories about modern franchising have been often cited, or have often cited Albert Singer and the Singer Sewing Machine Company as being the first commercial franchiser, dating franchising to 1851. Huh. Meh. Who would have thought? What? That's what anyone does. We all do that. We all see the future become history. Oh, that one I did of the house and the dog and the family? He looks good. He still looks good. Better than Jar Jar. Just saying. What? This is the thing. They're doing the thing right now. Even with a woman present. Yeah, they couldn't say the thing, though, because she was there. Bricka bricka firecracker, sis boom ba. Bugs Bunny, rah rah rah. That's what they have to say every time. That's where they unwrap the chocolates. Dude, that place is gigantic. And what do you do? They said, oh, they're holding all these people hostage, for, threatening their families. How are they feeding all of these people? I mean, they have to feed them, even just a tiny bit. How are they feeding them all? Out here in the middle of nowhere is what I'm saying. Like, Yeah. I was just getting a question. do the thrift stores around me toss blanks? And some of them do. Some of them probably toss all VHS. Some of them probably toss blanks or, home recorded VHS. And then some of them keep everything. So a little bit of everything. Okay, well, settle down first of all. Well, they got the shofar. That's not a ram's horn. I don't know what that was.
We have trouble. I call it sport. Intruders! Indians! I think it's Captain Nemo and his men. The prisoners are escaping. How many times do I have to kill them?
Are these supposed to be like,
Make this the last.
I don't know, kind of like Nazis or the Empire, They just also gave them helmets that remind me of that. So. Nice, don't get your fingers blown off. Like, what? That's, yeah, no, just go somewhere else. Whoa! 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 Wow! Wow! It's pretty epic. That was amazing. Whoa! Okay. Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's got a mask. But I just had the question, was there ever a guy with a scarred face and a mask? Oh. So, I mean, I still don't know. I don't know.
Eyes open, boy. I can take you all the time.
Get it? Do you get it? She's all dressed up.
You're alive. This is what I talk about. Somebody said it me. Let's put it to the test.
Oh my goodness. Mince. Okay, I don't know if I can allow that. What? I know I've heard it before. To make a show of intention to harm, menaced him with immediate expulsion. To represent or pose a threat to. Okay. Mence. So he caused you harm. She caused you harm. Get it? Oh my goodness. It's pretty rude. This guy. He's a good runner. He's a real quick runner too. It's awesome. Don't worry, it's just Skinner. I like his name, Skinner. Invisible Man. His skin's invisible. Skinner. He also has a knife, skinning people. This is not Skinner, but I'm just saying in general. Good play on words. Well, quite direct play on words, too. I can't. There's no way. It's not like he has super dodging abilities or suger dodging abilities. He's just invisible. Fireball. Yeah. Whitman, Price, and Hadot. Oh my goodness. I bet they didn't want him to burn up all those books. That looked really bad. Such a little helper. He's my little helper. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's like, that was nothing. Then, of course. This guy's crazy. He's so crazy. I love it. He's just like, but he's resistant. He's like, I don't know if I should do it. Did very good. And then just pours it all over himself, which is stupid. He really didn't drink any of that, which looked bad. What? When's the last time she fed? Yeah, I always wondered why he couldn't get that out. She knows. Oh my goodness. Looks really, really bad. And some of that's okay. But when it still had his skin, that looked terrible.
Skinner?
Speaking of skin. What? Why wouldn't you just kill him? We need to keep you for something. Why would you say anything? Ah, dumb. Messed up twice in a row. Like, getting rusty, old man.
Need high to make it mine. He'll be making his own fun.
Still looks good. I mean, that was CG, but I'll have to watch the behind the scenes. Because a lot of it, I swear a lot of it's, this guy's in a giant suit, like... Not like the Nemesis over here, whatever it is. What's it called? T-virus? Yeah. pretty heavy action. So I'm just letting it go here. I mean, it's fun. It's kind of like punchy kicky, but it's kind of cool.
He's too strong. We're trapped. No, he's burning through the formula at an accelerated rate.
And then he scoots over there and says that, like, and peeks over. That is so good. No, he's burning through it at an accelerated rate. He like just like waddles over. I mean, really nothing to say here at the end. It's a lot of action. Well, this is just like an antique stash, I guess. Yeah, kill him. He's significantly smaller than you. I don't think he's as smart, even though he devised this weird plan. It doesn't make sense. I mean, why introduce the fake villain at all? Just don't introduce yourself. Just pay separate people to steal the individual things you need. Oh yeah, pay Dorian Gray just to do it all. Why do you go greet the people you're gonna steal everything from? I don't get it. Because you're trying to hide in plain sight, but you didn't show your true self. So I don't know. Yeah, these parallel, and I'm not sure why. I mean, it's both. They were both going to succeed, I guess, and then everything blew up. But if it was a bad guy getting ready to kill a good guy and a good guy getting ready to kill a bad guy, I could see why they would have that. Yeah, he looks terrible. He just looks really bad. Too cartoony, or literally too video gamey. I mentioned T-Virus. I mean, it's definitely a Resident Evil type thing. So. It just doesn't make sense to have a part of you that big, the top right or left part of you that big. You're not going to be able to stand. It doesn't work that way. That is not his son. I had this crack placed here just for this moment. And then he had bat wings. Even though he takes it off and they try to explain it, that's not how it works at all. You know, he's dead right now, so. Get him, even though I never wear these. I need these.
So far. Take your time. You're ready.
What? Hope you're aiming a little bit to the left or right, because that's a double barrel. I mean, I kind of get it. Is that just to hold 2 bullets, pretty much? He got him. I don't believe it. He got him. He's just sleeping. Oh. We had a dog named Indiana. There we go. Get ready for part 2 without Sean Connery. Yeah, that'll be great. Here we go. This is Africa. Can you tell? It's probably Jersey. Here we all come. Everyone walk through. All the extraordinary gentlemen and women come through the crowd, please. You remember that, everyone? Remember that, audience?
I have long hidden away from the world. Now I wish to see it anew as it says.
What?
You're all welcome to join me.
Whoa.
The Nautilus awaits.
Yeah, this guy out here. You know something's going on with that dude. That? Well, who was that? Was that Jekyll? Because he didn't say anything unless he just said goodbye right there. Oh. Loaded. Cocked and ready. Start the Helsing music. You know that's cow shit, right? That wasn't CG, that was all real. That was it's just an overcast. Oh. What? That was it. Yep, Sean Connery, Nasruddin Shah, Peter Wilson, Tony Curran, Tom Sanchez, Tom Goodman, Joel Kirby, and Merrick Bassett. All of them did a pretty good job. I mean, if not a great job. Got fight trainer Akihiro Yuji Noguchi and everybody else. The puppeteers for Yoda, Baby Yoda, all the gremlins, first assistant director, and then you also have first assistant director. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as me. I mean, I think it's a great movie. It just has a lot of enjoyable things. It's not, I don't think it's easy to hate the movie. It's probably easier to not tell people that you love the movie, you know, because it's not cool. Main character is an older person, which doesn't seem cool. It's not about a group of people that we all know and love through recent comics like the Justice League. I mean, even back then, or the X-Men, or, you know, it's not Mortal Kombat. It's not. It wasn't Pokemon. You know, it was League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So it's not something that anyone knew about or talked about frequently with their friends, or like adored, or had fan clubs for, or, you know, sent each other emails about, or, you know, anything like that. Like, it's... But I think it did well enough on its own as a movie. I think it did a well enough job. It obviously didn't do well enough. I would say there was supposed to be more. There was a lot of effort put into the characters. And, well, you have Dorian Gray, the series. I never watched it, so... Couldn't tell you how that went. I hope you enjoyed it, though. And the next movie, let's see here. I don't know. I've been talking about Ace Ventura a lot. I really love those movies. Possibly Big Trouble in Little China, if you've ever heard about that one. Stone Cold, maybe that's going to be next. I mean, that's just... I don't even know if I want to talk over that movie. It's so great. It's just incredible. I mean, there's stuff like Willow. It's the original Star Wars. There's a lot of movies out there. But Stone Cold, I mean, it's just awesome. Just got all of it. You know, it's got it all, for sure. Well, I don't think there's going to be any previews for the second movie or the next movie here in the credits. Who knows? If you want to see or listen to a certain commentary on a certain movie, especially one that you think fits within these genres of fun movies, go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and say, hey, why don't you do a movie with Walter Matthau? You know, I'm not going to do that, but most likely. I mean, but if you want to say like Mrs. Doubtfire to the original Dune, but the thing is, that's extremely long. So I don't know. Batman Returns. It's a great one. I don't know. I like fun movies. I like a lot of characters. I like stuff going on that's good and fun. Because when I say stuff going on, you could accidentally think that I liked any of the new Star Wars movies, especially the 9th one. But I didn't, and I don't. And yes, there is stuff going on. That's just me. Logan's Run, I think that's an okay movie. It's not as fun as these ones, but it's definitely got a lot of cool and neat stuff to it. Red October or The Burbs. I think The Burbs is great. Oh man, maybe The Burbs. Yeah, that's definitely a good movie. Definitely my favorite Tom Hanks movie. I mean, Bosom Buddies was okay. That wasn't a movie. That was a show, but that was all right. Mazes and Monsters. That's also one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Trying to think what else I really enjoy. I mean, the Predator, Running Man. You know, those are great. The Sixth Day. That might be one. It's great. I guarantee that has low reviews, low percentages. That's just another great movie. It's probably Philip K. Dick also, which is usually a good thing. I don't know. All those sound good. like I said, if you feel like it, leave a comment on what you'd like to see. Nothing really stupid and nothing really new. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed Let's Watch It Together, and I hope we do it again. So, see you later. Okay, so I didn't end up watching my Blu-ray because I was afraid it was going to skip like the Van Helsing Blu-ray did the first time that nobody knows about. Anyway, so I didn't watch the 33rd chapter because it wasn't on the video file that I had on my laptop. So if you're watching it right now, this is the 33rd, the honorary 33rd chapter after the credits. If you're watching the Blu-ray, I don't know if it was on the DVD, but here it is. If you're watching it, yes, this is it. That's it. Right there. Isn't that incredible? Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.